Well, where did you really learn how to sell in the first place? Colleges, they don't offer a degree in selling, and they should. Salespeople were 11% of the population. Companies usually give 1 or 2 days of training when someone first starts, and typically it's product knowledge, not the art and science of selling. And studies show that 90% of all salespeople have never even read one sales book cover to cover in their life. So, where did we really learn how to sell? We didn't. There is such a huge need for sales training that when we ask veteran salespeople a basic question like, how do you ask for the sale? 99% of them blow it. Let me play you a live example of what I mean, but before I do, I want to talk about one quick topic, ego. For some reason, in sales, many salespeople have these large, gigantic egos, all of which are unnecessary and 99% of the time can't even be backed up. Many salespeople equate years under the belt in selling to equaling competence. But let's say someone's been selling for 30 years. All that means to me is that most likely, maybe they learned a few things in the first year in sales, and they've been doing the same thing for the next 29. But did they ever really learn the psychology of sales? Most likely not, because of the things we talked about earlier. Again, there is no degree in sales. Companies give 1 or 2 days of training when someone first starts, and usually it's product knowledge, and 90% of salespeople have never even read one sales book cover to cover in their life. So at my company, if any of my 53 coaches are being pushed around by someone with a large ego, I've trained them to simply ask again what should be a basic question, like how do you ask for the sale? And 99% of these amazing salespeople will completely fall flat on their face. But other than their ego, it's not their fault. Because again, where did we learn how to sell? So let me play a live example for you of somebody that I just had enough of, and you'll see why. And I think this will prove my point of both not knowing sales psychology and then having an unnecessarily large ego. Let's go to the big screen, guys.
So tell me about the super program that I've been doing for 40 years that I want to spend money on for my guys.
Problem is, I could probably ask you how to ask for the sale, and the wheels would come off. How do you ask for a sale, Greg?
How do I ask for a sale?
Yeah, it's not a trick question.
It's not a trick question. The question is really simple.
I'm ready.
Information and knowledge you have now, are we prepared to do business together?
Ouch! You violated a basic rule in sales after 40 years. You never ask a yes or no question because you might get a no.
Problem is I know the answer already. That's why.
Did you catch that? With the information and knowledge you have now, are we prepared to do business together? He violated one of the most basic rules in sales, which is that you never ask a yes or no question because you might get a no. Now, we'll talk about that more later in the future modules, but my point is he's been in sales for 40 years and doesn't know how to ask for the sale, but it's not his fault, guys, other than that large ego, because again, where did any of us really learn how to sell? Now, I had to pin that guy in a corner because he was being obnoxious. But I want to ask all of you the same question, not as a way to embarrass you, but as a way to help you grow and stretch and learn and make more money. So, meeting facilitator, I'm going to have you put me on pause in just a moment and ask everyone this question. How do you ask for the sale? And the answer should be 1 or 2 sentences max. And meeting facilitator, you're probably going to get a few stalls, which I want to eliminate right now. Things like, well, it depends on the situation, or it depends on this and that. No, it doesn't. You're at the end, the prospect is nodding their head up and down, even if you're picturing that over the phone, and you've come to the peak, and you're ready to ask for the sale. How specifically do you ask for the order? Ask for the sale. And again, guys, most of you probably don't know that answer, and that's okay. So meet a facilitator, put me on pause right now, and ask your salespeople if they know specifically how to ask for the sale, and I'll see you in a moment. So what do we get? We probably got a lot of hesitation, or I just don't know. That's the answer I'm proud of the most. When someone doesn't really know and they admit it, to me there's no shame in that. Actually, it shows the opposite. It shows strength, not weakness, to say, I don't know. And if you did answer that question, obviously, I'm not there to filter your answers and to see if what you said was correct. But as we do this training, I'm going to teach you several closes, but not a ton. That's not necessary. I don't need your brain clogged with 50 closes. I just need you to know about 5 And I'm going to give you my favorite one right now. Even though we're only in the introduction, I want to teach you how to ask for the sale right here and right now. This is my favorite close, and I use it all the time, and I've been using it for 31 plus years. And I use it multiple times in the closing phase because studies show us that 80% of all sales take place after the 5th attempt of asking someone to buy, and that 80% of all salespeople don't even ask for the sale once. Let's change that right here and right now, once and for all, with my favorite close. And again, I'll use it 2 or 3 times in the closing phase. So grab your notepads and write it down because here it is. Fair enough? That's the close. Those 2 magical words, fair enough? I'm jumping way ahead here, and there's a lot more to this. We've got months and months to go when it comes to learning and mastering the art and science of selling. But I wanted to give you some meat and potatoes right here and right now. We summarize the buying temperature by saying something like there is no question that we're the best because of this, that, and the other. We talked about how the timing of this is perfect because of this, that, and the other. And we've also covered your concern that you had about the X and that this is absolutely perfect for you. So let's get you started. Fair enough? And you stay quiet and let them answer. Now, let me get back on track and finish this introduction so we can get right to the sales training. The skills you will learn will catapult you guys to a whole new level no matter what you sell, what industry that you're in, and regardless of how short or long your sales cycle is.